What is up, guys? Welcome to Pixel News. Today we're going to be talking about the NES Classic Edition, which Nintendo just announced a few days ago. Now this is big news because Nintendo is producing a new console other than the NX, and it is in the form of a classic little set-top box with 30 games on it. This is not a full-size NES. It does not accept cartridges. It only has pre-built games. For $59.99, you get 30 NES titles that were very popular, including Balloon Fight. You have Castlevania 1 and 2, Donkey Kong Jr., Legend of Zelda 1 and 2, all three Super Mario Bros., Punch-Out!, Pac-Man, Mega Man 2, Metroid. There's just a lot of great games for the NES. It's almost like they handpicked the best titles and put it on the system. What is also cool is it comes with a controller. Now this is not a traditional NES controller in the sense of the plug-in. This is a Wii Virtual Console type controller that plugs in to the little set-top box. Now the cool thing about this is that you can also take this controller and use it on the actual Wii Virtual Console, play Virtual Console games. So you get this controller that does multiple things, which is very, very cool. Nintendo also lets you use what, if you've ever used an emulator, is called save states. Now they call them suspending your game, something along those lines, but I call them save states because I've used emulators before. You have save state access, which is very big, especially when you're playing games like Mega Man 2, simply for the fact that these games were pretty freaking hard back in the day. I mean, this was in a time period where game developers were experimenting with different mechanics, and they didn't have a lot of mechanics. They didn't even have a lot of horsepower to hold your hand and walk you through these games. They wanted just to get the mechanics out there, get people playing them and having fun, and sometimes these games were harder than anticipated. So these save states are going to help new and old players experience these games the best way they can. This is going to release on November 11th of 2016, this year. You know, $59.99 is really not a bad price for getting 30 games, a controller that you can use on your Wii console or Wii U console, plugging into the Wii remote, and a little set-top box that allows you to play the game. One of the things that comes to my mind initially when seeing this is, well, could you mod it? Could you use the built-in emulator? Is it coded in at a solid 30 games and nothing can be added? The problem with that is that there's no USB drive, there's no SD card slot, there's no way to input anything into this to even load games onto it or do anything like that. The only solution I could see is that maybe modders, serious devoted modders down the line will software mod or down the line will hardware modify this to add in like a USB slot or a SD card slot and try to load up the emulator and load their own ROMs. I could see that happening in the future. Also, looking at the box on this, it's very interesting. If you look at previous Nintendo console releases back in the 80s, just the sort of game box design back in the day, just by not only Nintendo but Sega Genesis, and just everything was styled in this style that they are releasing this box of the NES Mini Classic in. You can see it has the 30 games popping out at you, just trying to get your attention, and just the little stars and the fade and just the font and everything combined. It's just like a complete throwback to the 80s and 90s, and I love it. I wish we could get more of it. It is like a blast to the past. Anyways, this was a huge announcement by Nintendo. Let me know, are you guys going to pick up an NES Mini in the future? Let me know. Me personally, I am sitting on the idea of it. $60, it's not bad. I think they would be more successful at $40 or $50, but $60, man, it's gonna be picked up by many people, I do believe, no matter what. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Please like it up, subscribe it up, and I will see all of you guys future videos and live streams. Peace out, dudes.